Hi, welcome to another video and episode of my robotic arm with pneumatic hand and pivot motor and gears. And that is the compressor with controller and extended interface. Last time I tried to reconstruct the pivoting switches, including the construction with which the switches should be operated. It didn't really work, and this construction is going to be removed in favor of this switch, which is simply one way or the other. And since this has only two positions, it is way simpler than using two switches with three positions. So I am going to remove these two, reconstruct this one and see how that operates. That could be in this position or in a lying position. Anyway, that is the focus of today, and we'll see what happens. First of all, I'll have to remove this, so I'll start by removing this switch. And of course that also means that the parallel connection of the wires can go. So this wire will go. This leads to the motor, and let me show you. That is this set. And the other set leads to the interface extension, which is right there. Oops. Oh, let's be. Remains to remove this one, but first I'll take off this. And this one. Not needed anymore. Then this switch goes, and these wires will stay, and will be connected here, and then this should be alright. Question is, will it be alright? I have no idea yet. We'll see. We'll see if my ideas are correct. And let me remove these ones as well for now. I know the switch has to be connected somehow, but how is the big question. This is not going to work. that much is clear. So here something will have to do, or I'll have to put it like this. Anyway, up to testing. So I'm going to start the software, and then this has proven very accurate. Oh yes, I'll disengage the motor for a moment and show you. I hope you can see it. Now it is turning clockwise. I see it. I don't think it is really visible. But anyway, I put the switch and it is going the other way. So this is proven, and the point is now how to put it into this construction, and I guess I should do it something like this. Let me test it. I put the motor. And there I see once again I need another reconstruction because of this. This is a problem, and the big one. This absolutely needs to go. This block is probably useless, as is this right now. So how do I do it? Maybe I should just put it like this. And then something like this. Will this work or won't it? Let's just see how this works. If it works. Alright, let me put it like this. This is interesting. They are exactly the opposite. And now I will show you what has happened. It has run against the table, so it can't turn any further. I haven't had that before. But another thing is that the direction of this motor, as you can see, is totally opposite of what it should be. So I have to switch those wires probably. Let me see if that is helping. And first I will turn the arm and then see what happens. This is a very interesting situation. I put the motor back in, and actually the answer is no, it is not going to happen. So no matter how this is wired, it runs the other way. So how to solve this problem? This is exactly opposite. Oops. Let me think. So with this problem of the switch I can do two things. Either reverse the polarity on either side or do it programmatically. Let me first try the wiring. So turn the arm, engage the motor, that works. That obviously works. So I can disengage the motor for now, and I will have to reconstruct something here to make sure that everything stays in working order. Because I still have to think about this point where this hits the gearbox I constructed for the pivot, and I can't use that, obviously. I can do it like this, I can do it like this. What is better? If I do it here, like this, it has full freedom to go by it and have it like this. If I do it like this, anything that comes by may hit the enclosure of the switch. So I better put it like this. Either way, I need a reconstruction. I need a reconstruction from here, and I'm not quite sure how to do that. Let's first take off this. If I put it like here and it's that easy. It is that easy. Whoops, there goes something. Not intended, but okay. And it is that easy. So with that idea, if it is that easy, I can push it here quite easily. Yes. Alright, so let's do that. Let's stop the program. And reconstruct it right here. So I will put something in an angle here with this somehow like this, but very short. So this can go and this can go. Then this can go here. How will this be? Let's just check. So with this part with it, let's do a run without the program running, without the pivot motor running, and just see how that works. And I need to make more room because the arm is constantly touching the table and that is not what I want. Now I have more space, so let's see how this comes out. And I have to keep in mind all the tubes here as well. So let me put it like this. That is one, and this is blocked by the table again. There's no real obstruction, but this is even harder to construct than I thought. Some more distance, because usually on an exposition it is standing on a table and not next to a table. So let's see. That is nice, and that is not nice. This won't work. So this needs even be closer together. This is really a bottleneck. So changing this into a small one might even help more. So taking this off and this one off. Which is giving me problems in this way. So how do I fix that? If I take off this, would that be a solution? That might be it. So let's do it again. That is one. That is one. And I think that is the solution. Quite easily. And then I can change this one for a small one. But this has to be it, I think. Very close anyway. because when I do this and I do this here, it comes almost against it, but yeah. So let me change this one. For this one. Try again. A little bit up. Looks like it. Yes. And now how to put that one in. I think this should be somehow like this. We'll see. So with this position determined, it will be here, this will be here, and let's put another one in there, and let's move it if possible. And yes, is it possible? Oh, there it goes. Alright, once again. Looks like it. So, engaging the motor. And engaging the software. And the motor has a little problem with the The only problem now is that the motor tends to disengage itself from the gears, and I still have to solve that. As long as I hold the motor, all is fine, and in that direction the motor has a problem. So now the motor is really tempted to turn away from the gearbox. I still have to find the solution for that, and I probably have to put a similar construction on the left as on the right, or vice versa. Another problem though, let me disengage for now. Another problem is that while this is working perfectly, everything else has stopped. So that means that I need to change the algorithm so that everything works and not just either this or that. And I haven't even used everything because the compressor isn't working, with the result that the fingers aren't working. So now I need to test everything, and as you can see now the arm has started working. So let's see how this works. Does everything work? Yes. It somehow looks like everything works after all. Not as completely as hoped. But it works. So how about the fingers? Let's do that test as well. So, as a conclusion of this episode, I will try to engage the fingers. Now I have touched this finger, so the compressor is working. And now the question is, will indeed everything work? The arm is not pivoting. Yes, it is. Right now it is pivoting, but with difficulty. With difficulty. And right now it is even turning without pivoting, and that's worrying. Why is that the case? But let's try the arm and hand. That is working. That is working. But the motor, the pivot motor, isn't doing a thing. This gearbox is clearly working. But how come the gearbox isn't? Ah, that is why. I had to press down this gear. And once again I have to hold the motor in order to let it go. So let me do one of the fingers again. And yes, the motor is having a problem. Yes, the motor, that works. Now I have to hold the motor. And then you see it. Does this work? This works as well. This as well. Now the motor holding, and it switches. So it looks like everything is working now. With this last major reconstruction, I think that everything I had in mind works. So let me stop the program for now. The one thing that needs improvement is this pivot motor, and for the rest that will be in the next episode. So for now, thank you for watching. If you like my videos and blog, please consider to run advertisements, to allow advertisements between the segments, or see my website for another way to support it. Thank you for watching, and to be continued.